Welcome to Yoga for Lower Back Pain. We will begin with a lying hamstring stretch. So grab a strap or a towel or a t-shirt and place it on the bottom of your right foot. Left leg can remain bent, foot on the floor. Holding the strap or towel or shirt on both sides. Notice where your heel lives in relation to your hip. If you can get your hip and heel in one line, that's pretty good hamstring mobility. Or if you can get your heel closer to your head, that's a pretty open hamstring. But you might still notice some tension in the belly of the hamstring, and using a strap for an assist can really open up that area, which can often pull on your low back. Nice deep breaths. Trying to ease through the back of that right leg. Whenever you're ready, switch legs. Right foot anchors to the floor, left leg extends. This hamstring for me is a little bit less open, a little bit tighter. So I have a soft bend in the knee here. Maybe holding a little bit longer on the side that is tighter for aiming about 30 seconds each side. As my hamstring opens, I'm able to lengthen my leg a little bit longer. From here, we'll come into a reclined figure four or a reclined pigeon stretch. Threading the needle, so reaching one arm between the legs, one arm behind the right thigh, left ankle across the right knee, and hugging the knees into the chest. You can flex the feet here, maybe extend that right leg and then bend. Gentle press of that left elbow into the left knee. The longer you hold this stretch, the more you should be able to draw those legs in toward your torso. You can actually pull them into your chest more than you might think, and it really opens up the stretch on that bottom hip and glute. Trying to open up through the low back where our hip and glute sometimes are tight and we actually feel the pain in our low back. Release and switch sides, so crossing right ankle over left knee, threading the needle through, holding the back of the thigh. You can play with flexing the feet here and releasing, maybe extending that left leg and then bending. And really drawing that leg close into your chest. Nice deep breaths can allow you to assist yourself here, drawing those legs close to your torso. Again, about 30 seconds each side, but you can hold for a little bit longer, especially if one side is tighter. When you're ready, roll it over into a tabletop position. And we're going to come into balancing table or bird dog here, where you extend opposite leg, opposite arm. So extending left leg out straight and see if you can release right arm, palm facing in, and really drawing everything in toward midline here. Engage through the core. Think about length more than height here. Reaching through that left leg, right arm. Switch sides. Strengthening our core can strengthen our low back. Be sure to keep the belly lifted to protect the low back. When you're ready, take those knees nice and wide, draw the hips toward the heels, extend the arms out in front of you. This is extended child's pose, allowing that sacrum, low back, lowest part of the spine to open. This stretch, even a few times a day, can be better than sitting in a chair, to open our low back and release through that area. Think of softening the heart toward the floor. And when you're ready, we're going to shift it back into a downward facing dog, reaching the belly toward the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. And reach just the left heel toward the floor. Bend the right knee. We're isolating the stretch on the back of the left leg. When you're ready, bend left leg. Straighten through the right leg, so reaching that right heel toward the floor and trying to isolate the stretch on the back of your right leg. Holding one heel down at a time allows you to check in with each hamstring. From here, we will send that left leg forward, coming into a low lunge, left knee aligned over left ankle, making sure that that right knee is behind the hips. You really want to press the hip forward to open through the front of that right hip, your hip flexor. You can have your hands framing your foot, or you can bring them to that left thigh. But think of shining the heart forward and keeping that spine nice and long to really open up through that back hip. Yes, tight hip flexors can lead to a tight low back. So it's nice to open up through the front of the leg here. You can use some blocks to assist you here. Resting your hands on blocks is a beautiful assist. When you're ready, release that front leg, kick it back into extended child's pose. I like to do this to reset the hips and allow them to relax for a moment, especially if those hip flexors are tight. When you're ready, stepping right leg forward or guiding it to come into your low lunge. On the right, trying to open up through the front of that left thigh. Some gentle micro movement here, rocking back and forth, can allow you to drop in a little bit deeper. Think of relaxing your mind, relaxing your body, using your breath. I have my fingers tented here, but you could also come onto fists or to blocks. Always feel free to adjust your position at any time. You're not forcing yourself to hold here. You're trying to open up all those areas that might be putting some pressure on your low back. Bring it back into extended child's pose when you're ready to reset the hips. Relax through the heart. Take a moment. Bring it up into downward facing dog again. And we'll do those same heel stretches. Dropping left heel, bending right knee. You might find that the more you do down dog, the deeper you're able to get, and the more you're able to get out of the stretch, but it can be pretty intense as well. You're stretching the whole back line of the body. You can always bring the torso up and take some pressure out of the hands and do this same position. Just bringing the hands on a higher surface. You get the same stretch on the back of the legs. Just takes a little pressure out of the hands. When you're ready, walk both feet forward and sit the hips back into your yogi squat. You can use an assist of a block underneath your seat here, especially if you're afraid that you're going to fall back. It's a beautiful assist to just sit propped up on a block and not have to worry about falling back here, but pressing the elbows into the knees, taking this position as much or as often as you can really open the hips, open the back. This position can get challenging as we age. It's beautiful to watch children, how comfortable they are in this position. When you're ready, crisscross applesauce, and inhale, reach those arms high. Exhale, fold forward. So this is a hip hinge, seated forward fold. To check in with the low back and hips. Now we've stretched them a little bit, so you might be a little more open in the low back, but ease the heart forward. You can come down to the forearms or extend the arms if you'd like here. Take your time. Only coming as far forward as your body will allow, not trying to force it here. But you can get a nice release, nice opening in that low back just by bending in half. Coming back out the way you came in, and we're just going to reverse which leg is in front. It might be less natural to have one leg in front, but it's good to alternate with this stretch. Sometimes it feels a little bit different with the opposite leg in front. Again, forearms, extend the arms. It might feel less natural having the leg in front that you don't usually have in front. Just witness. When you're ready, walk the hands in, sit up nice and tall. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.